What is going on, YouTube family? I hope you're all doing well. I apologise for the infrequent uploads, but I've been working very hard behind the scenes on Serotonin Studio. Now, if you are unsure what Serotonin Studio is, it is my brand new music education platform for minimal deep tech music. Within this YouTube video, you can see the beginning episode of one of the Track from Scratch series, which will be inside Serotonin Studios. If you haven't already followed the social media and the new YouTube channel, then please do, because the support is massively appreciated. I'd also really appreciate it if you guys could comment down below and let me know the direction you would like to see this YouTube channel go in. Obviously, all the educational content is going into Serotonin Studio, but don't worry, there are still some free educational content being put out on that YouTube channel. But all the links are below. I'm going to leave you with this video, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you inside Serotonin Studios very soon. Okay, so welcome to the Remix from Scratch series. Now, if you're familiar with the Track from Scratch series, we're going to be doing the exact same, but we're just going to be looking at how to actually tackle a remix, because the work process is actually very different. The workflow and the efficiency and the template all goes out the window because we're actually starting with someone else's work to begin with. Now, disclaimer before we start, I know that not everyone may have the privilege to do a remix. Maybe you are still in the infancy stages of your production career and you haven't had a release yet and had labels reach out to you to do remixes. So what I'd probably just suggest is hitting up one of your producer friends, going to the Serotonin Studio group chat, and just finding someone and saying, hey, do you mind sending me your stems and I can just do a remix for it? It's really good practice because it's a very different approach to just making a track from scratch by yourself. So the first thing is the setup when starting a remix. Now, when you're doing a remix, you're probably going to either work inside someone's project to begin with, or you'll have stems like we have in front of us here. So our first thing to do is to go through the track and actually just figure out what we want to keep. Just so you're familiar with the track, I will play a bit out. So this is a track by one of my clients, which I ended up signing to Serotonin Records, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a remix of it for the label. So I'll just play this part of the breakdown so you get an idea of it.
I got a lot of juice, a lot of fucking rock. Now when I hit that switch, I'm bouncing. More bounce to the ounce and I'm calling. Keep the cat in my lap cause I'm fully strapped for the carjackers. But no how to back.
So yeah, really cool track, and I've played this one out quite a lot over summer and it always goes off. So like I said, we can actually start by going through the track, and we can just start with actually just deleting stuff that we don't want. Turn off the original. The stem sounds slightly different as there's no process on it, as I've got to do a mix down for it as well. So let's run through the effects. We have a little backspin, I'll probably keep that in there. Dub noise, yeah, I'll keep that. That's all of them together, so we can get rid of that one. Snare roll. I'm not really fussed about that, so we can get rid of that. Oh, that's an open hat. Well, I'm not really fussed about that open hat because I put my own in. That's an open hat as well. Clearly didn't do a good job at putting these stems in the right place. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll keep that one. That one's cool. I think that's all of them. Oh no, that's all of them there. So get rid of that one. Keep that, I reckon. Keep that. That's the full vocal, so definitely going to keep that. I'll probably keep that as well. So most of these vocals and vox hits I'll definitely use. Get rid of that. Synths, I'll keep that in there because that'd be a really nice familiar element. Same with that. I feel like this is going to be really fun to remix, actually. That's really cool. That's all of them. What's this one? Not asked about that at all. Yep, keep that. Yep, we'll keep all of those. Glitch, there's only 2 in there, so we'll keep them because I'll resample them in different ways. The drums, I'll probably redo all of them just so I can really put my own drums in it. Get rid of that. Crash, I don't even like crashes, so get rid of that. I could do my own drums. I'm not going to use that. That's the drums as a whole. They're tops. That's cool. I'll probably use that. Get rid of that. And then no need for his kick. And then we have the bass. Which I'll keep for kind of like a reference, and we'll be able to maybe chop bits out. So we've got some familiar elements in there. Or we could always convert down the MIDI and then try and create very similar melodies. So now we've got what we want, we can cut this, because that is 8 bars, that's all we really need. And we can drag it to the start of the project. So drag that all the way across. Boom, there we go. Open up these bits and just anything that isn't within a mouse's reach of each other, I'll just pull. So obviously this looks really messy, so it will kind of sort itself out in the end. So we can get rid of all of that. It's kind of cool. So when approaching a remix, now that we got what we want to use, it's very, very different workflow-wise compared to what we've been over before on these videos. Typically, we start with kick, build up percussion, and sort of go from there. When tackling a remix, it's actually easier to put in like a basic beat and then get in the fundamental elements from the original track, then build from there. So that's what we'll do. So we will go and grab some kind of kick. So I'll probably just go and grab my favorite kick drum rack. And we'll just lay a really basic kick pattern to start with. And there's a nice little clap and hi-hat from those top loops we've kept, so that's going to be enough rhythm in there for me to now figure out what I want to do with the rest of the stuff. I'm going to come back to the vocal in a minute. We'll loop over 8 bars. It's kind of cool. So I like this, but maybe I can try and affect it in a different way, just to make it a bit more unique. Maybe we could make a cool little synth with this. Maybe try pitching this down 7 as well. I could shape this as well. So already you can see, compared to other videos on the member site or my YouTube, this workflow is completely different. A lot more audio, relying less on loops, actually in turn probably being a bit more creative sometimes. So I might try and put the tremolator on that, get it to stutter. Maybe I could keep that one as it is, turn the warp on, but pitch it down 7. I wonder what they sound like pitched down 7. Not sold on that one. Get rid of that one for a minute. Maybe I could duplicate this. Let's do this, duplicate this. Show automation, turn this one on, but turn it off there. Vice versa for this one. And then we'll go into this one and change it to a 16th. Right, let's pitch that down 7. I'll have to figure out what key I'm working in at some point. Coming together nicely already. Not sure on that. I think that sounds better. actually try and... Yeah, like that. I like the little backspin. Maybe we could try reversing this one. I'll probably put loads of my own like dub delays and stuff like that in it anyway. I mean, that sounds quite good actually. Boom, 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 dun, dun. So let's just move those stems along. And just make sure this is all nice and neat, because obviously everything's really messy at the minute. So we've kind of got that already in. Nice little 8-bar bit on the go. So when you see these ones, the atmosphere bits. Yep, I'm liking where this is going. Right, see what we can do with maybe this top one. See if there's any variation to this as well. Maybe we can use it as an effect, so anything that I think I can use as an effect, I'll probably just move over there. We don't really use any of that anymore, so we can scrap that one. This one. Again, I don't think we're going to use that in any other way, so scrap that. We might use that, so maybe as an effect. Let's do the same thing. Put them over there. Scrap that, scrap that. Maybe that one like a MIDI slice. A ding, 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 ding kind of thing. Fair enough, it can't recognise the transients. Jesus, what happened there? That sounded sick. Maybe take it down 7. So consolidate that. That can be used as an effect as well. So let's drop that one down there. Slide him across so we know what all of those bits are for. And in fact, because we're working in this view, which is different to usual, let's keep it all nice and tidy. So this is what I wanted to do with the baseline, just cut little bits out of it, almost effectively turn it into synths. I think that will do. Let's consolidate it. Let's try pitching it down 7. It doesn't really sit on top now, does it? What about pitching it up 7? Erosion it is today then. Maybe if I move it along. It's got a nice bit of call and response between. Okay, so that's sounding good. So we've resampled that. The glitches, these are going to be really easy to resample. Because what we'll just do is we'll go down and put the sound towards effect track on it. We'll put some kind of crazy phaser on it. And we put a filter freak with my favourite one, pass. It's a bit more textural now. That's cool. Leave that in. Let's warp it. That was pretty good just by itself. I actually really like the clap from that, to be fair. Quite like the hi-hat as well, it's pretty crisp. The little vocals, maybe you could start trying to implement some of these in. Before we continue. So like that, keep that like really repetitive. I could use that part as like a riser. See what that sounds like in the groove. I like how that bounces into, it's just wrong pitch. So let's warp it first. Too low. Let's maybe try Little Walter Boy, Sound Toys plugin. I am a big fan of like keeping my vocals as minimalistic as possible, so I'm probably going to run with that check and maybe incorporate just that main vocal once. Put quite a large echo on that one little hit there. And then I'm just going to give my vocal a bit more of a Brendan James feeling. Maybe let's try a little Walter Boy as well. See if I can just get a slightly different pitch from it to change it up a little bit. Nice, so then that is everything resampled to some sort of extent. Effects, vocals, synths have been fitted in this groove, percussion, some drum elements. But now we've got the fundamentals of a track using the remix track. That's how you really create a good amount of familiarity. Because if I play this now, it's a solid beat and everything is from that original track. So now when I start adding my own elements, yes, I'll put my own flavor on it, but it will still have that really familiar feeling.